What's up, guys? It is my week to tell a story. Let me tell you, this story has been ruminating in the back of my mind for like 2 or 3 years. So let's get into it. This story is titled The Heart of Storm, and it is about Storm from X-Men, Aurora Monroe. I hope you enjoyed this week. I don't know if this is a movie or a show or like a limited series, not 100%. It would have to be a limited series because I know where this story ends. So it's either a movie or a limited series. We start in the middle of the action. It is the X-Men versus the Brotherhood plus Magneto. And the X-Men are losing. Like, badly. Like, worse than they usually lose against Magneto and the Brotherhood. It's just going horrible. Just horrible to watch. And at one point, Magneto or someone of the Brotherhood start targeting Evan, Spike specifically. And it's at that point when they start targeting Evan / Spike that Aurora decides enough is enough. We're gonna end this fight now. And she goes into full Weather Witch mode. More power than we've ever seen her exude ever, to the point that she's affecting the magnetic field so pointedly, Magneto's powers start to waver. And her use and expertise in her power is so awe-inspiring that we don't realize the severity of the situation. They won the battle, yeah, but days later they start to realize something's wrong with Aurora. And by them, I mean Spike begins to notice that something in his aunt has changed. Aurora seems to be growing weaker by the day almost. And at the exact same time, Evan seems to be growing stronger. And like, by growing stronger, I mean he begins his final evolution. Kind of like what they did in... Actually, I'm making this clear. I don't think I made it clear earlier. This is specifically the X-Men from X-Men Evolution. So, yeah. The final evolution that Evan starts to go into is not the one that we see from X-Men Evolution. It's a more tame version of that, but it is still going into his final form as a mutant. And so he's growing, Aurora's getting weaker, and they're just kind of concerned. But everything kind of comes to a head when Storm has issues stopping, like, Toad or someone on Toad's line. And then Evan's like, okay, Antio, this is getting ridiculous. We have to do something. Something here is clearly wrong and we need to go to the source. She needs to regain her powers. And where is she going to regain her powers from? The source of Storm. Most or some stories of Storm, she's not from Africa. This is not one of those stories. And this story, she is from Africa. Which would, I guess, make Evan first gen, which is cool. We're going to talk about this later, maybe. So Evan and Aurora decide they're going to go back to Africa. Storm hasn't been in a while. I don't think Evan has been in his entire life in this story that I'm making up. So they're going to get in touch with their roots and hopefully get in touch with Storm's power. We'll let you guys know what happens on Wednesday in part 2 of The Heart of Storm.